Good evening, everyone. We're kind of laughing up here because we went through the warm-up, it got very quiet, then I moved concert choir over, and it got silent, and we're really still 3 minutes from start time, but that's okay. I'll do my welcome now, and then we will start right at 6:30, and then we get out of here. My name is Steve Colonel, and I am the Director of Music here at Chester High School. It's one of the many, many hats I wear, but it is my favorite time of year, as anybody who knows me knows. So it's nice to be back to completely normal. I know last year at this time we were like, it's normal. It wasn't yet. We were still struggling to get ourselves back into normal mode. And so this has been a solid year of just normal behavior, and I love it. So we're gonna open up tonight with concert choir. Concert choir is a blend of 3 different groups. I have 2 class periods of concert choir. You guys can come on in and sit down. I'm early. You're good. Come on in. Come on. It's all good. It's all good. I started early, so. Concert choir is a blend of 3 different groups. I have 2 class periods of concert choir that sing and work on the same music, and then I have my swing choir group, which does all of their stuff, plus all of concert choir's group music. Today, 4th hour, was the first and only time that we rehearsed as a complete group. And I have been so excited about this group this year. They are working like demons, and they're gonna put the pressure on the rest of the groups for the rest of the night because they are gonna set the performance bar extremely high here as we begin. I want to, for those of you that don't know Mrs. Cruzy, wave Mrs. Cruzy, turn around and wave. Mrs. Cruzy had to step in when our good accompanist, Patchy the Pirate, called me the day before, or maybe I texted her 2 days before the junior high Christmas concert, and I said, Vicki, no time like the present or the last minute, but can you be at rehearsal Thursday morning? And she says, in the text. And then she said, I think I have a detached retina. And so she's been on piano hiatus for a couple weeks, and I'm gonna have to bribe her heavily to get her back into piano mode, I'm afraid, because she's just been able to come and sit and watch. Now, I'm pretty certain that the first person that's going to pay into the Bribe Vicky fund is going to be Mrs. Cruzy. Because when I called her and I'm like, can you at least just record it and then we'll play the recording? She's like, no, I'll come play the concerts. I'm like, are you sure? Because it's been a while since she's had to accompany for us on the big scale event. And then it was 3 programs in 10 days on a day's notice. So she's been pumping it out, and it's great to have her back. I know many of you had Mrs. Cruzy in grade school and here at CHS. Many of you are former students of mine. I've been here a long time. We're approaching 3 decades, and I don't even know where that time has gone, but it's winding down fast. So that's my announcements. We are going to do all 4 of our concert choir pieces without major interruption. I do want to speak just a little bit before the second song, but we're going to begin with a non-traditional Christmas piece based on winter in Upper New York. This is Winter's Path.
Winter's path, it leads me to a place where I
So one of the things that is unique about fine arts education in our state is that we have various goals that deal with multiculturalism, and Christmas time always seems to lend itself to being able to incorporate multiple cultures, whether it's doing something that is from a Hispanic nature or in foreign language or something like that. Tonight, we're doing something we've only done about 3 or 4 times over the course of the last 25 years, and we're going to do a piece that's a traditional Hanukkah piece. And when we made the decision that we wanted to do something like this, we listened to a lot of really bad Hanukkah songs until we found this one. And this piece just embodies everything and every characteristic that comes with that musical style. And the first thing I told the kids, I said, this isn't about me reforming you. I said, this is about listening to the music and taking value in all types of things that are in front of us. And it's a lesson that I believe that we all could learn on a daily basis and remind ourselves of, that it's not always just about one thing. Open your eyes, see what's around you, and find the beauty in it. This is Hanukkah, Season of Joy.
Brightly glowing, Hanukkah, season of joy, Hanukkah, your ancient winds are blowing, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah. Miracles and wonders told in stories great and true. Family round the table set with gifts for me and you. Dance and sing, oh, let the dreidel spin. Happy, 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 happy Hanukkah, Hanukkah, your candles brightly glowing, Hanukkah, season of joy, Hanukkah, your ancient winds are blowing, Hanukkah, Hanukkah, Hanukkah. Hanukkah, your candles brightly glowing, Hanukkah, season of joy, Hanukkah, your ancient winds are blowing, Hanukkah, 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 happy Hanukkah. Hey! songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring. All caroling. Ding dong, ding.
Dark on the bells, sweet silver bells, all sing the same, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to every home, singing the whole. Ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring. All caroling.
One seems to hear words of good cheer found everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they pound, raising the sound, over down, telling a tale. Gaily they ring while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring. All caroling. Ding dong, ding.
Feeling like the first thing on your wish list, right up at the top. I can't deny what I'm feeling inside. Nothing fake about the way you bring me to life. You make every day feel like it's Christmas. Every day that I'm with you. Look at the lights, twinkling bright, 24/7. Every inch essential part.
Mr. Grinch, you really are a hero.
You're as cuddly as a cat. You're a bad banana with a greasy black beard.
You know you're a foul one, Mr. Grinch. A terribly nasty little skunk.
Your heart is full of unwashed socks.
Your soul is full of gunk, Mr. Grinch.
The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote,
Stink, stink, son. You're a mean-born Grinch.
A furry green one Grinch. The meanest I've seen one Grinch. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-doo-wop. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-doo-wop. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-doo-wop. Shoo-be-doo-bop, shoo-bop.
Got the Christmas tree, I got the memories, I got the box of decorations.
I got the tinsel strong, mistletoe this high. I got the beat of celebration.
I got the lights down low, the sky's screaming snow. I got the unicorns burning bright. Like a Christmas tree.
Here with me,
I got the perfect Christmas night. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-doo-wop. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-doo-wop. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop-bop, shoo-doo-wop. Shoo-be-doo-bop, shoo-bop. I got a box of dreams with Christmas theme, but tonight I won't be sleeping.
I got the cross on and all my troubles gone. With the spirit of the keeping.
I got the presents wrapped, I got the boxes stacked. I put up those Christmas lights all around the tree.
As it all should be.
I got the perfect Christmas night. Shoo-be-doo-wop-bop, by the Christmas tree.
I got you here with me.
I got the perfect Christmas night. The perfect Christmas night. Yeah!
Good evening. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet because I know you all want to go home as much as I do. My name is Sydney. I'm the senior drum major this year. I've been in band since 5th grade and just this year started choir. And as probably everybody in here knows, we do every year get Colonel a Christmas present, even though he does sometimes threaten our lives, but that's fine. So this year, I kept asking him, I'm like, what do you want? What can I get you? He was like, I don't need anything. I'm almost out. I'm almost out. I'm almost gone. If I have to hear that one more time. So we thought that we would get him an experience. And if you know anything about Colonel, you know he's a music nerd. So we got him tickets to Home Alone at the orchestra. And then Chelsea also made him a hat, and we got him some Meghan Trainor CDs because he loves Meghan Trainor.
Me too.
And then we also got him a card that all the seniors put their handprints in, just so he'll never forget us. I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and for Chelsea and Michaela for helping me with all of this. I could not have done it without them.
So seriously, they ask me every year, and the answer is always the same. Give me 10 rehearsals where I don't have to tell you to be quiet, and you are 100% focused all the way from beginning to end. They said it's easier to buy you something. So that's the way it goes. But I'm the lucky one. This group, I've said it over and over and over again, this is the survivor group. This is the group that dealt with all of the garbage that was the COVID shutdown. They dealt with we talk about band in a box, literally. We were all on computers. Nobody could play, sorry, explosive. Nobody could play with their microphones on because that was a hot mess because everybody's internet lagged at a different speed. So it was a big trust thing, and I'm no fool. I know how much playing was going on the other end of that microphone. I mean, I could sit there and the mouthpiece isn't in my mouth. I know you're not playing. So I didn't want to break their hearts. But anyway, and then we came back and we were split, and it was A days and B days, and it was just a mess. It was a nightmare. And we lost a lot of people. This year's band should have been 117. It's 82. But it's 82 who want to be there, and it's 82 who I wouldn't trade for $1 million. So they deserve all the credit in the world for everything that we've accomplished. So. And so now they've tugged at your heartstrings, and I've tugged at your heartstrings, and now I'm going to tug at your wallet. One of the big things that it was always something that was important to me. We always have done something in all of our concerts, whether it was food drives, canned food drives, collections. We've done collections for Toys for Tots. We've done collections for everything under the sun. But in the COVID year, actually the year before the COVID year, we started giving our donations to the Chester area Christian Food Pantry, and Bob Koenigstein was always just over the moon to have those donations. And then we had COVID, and everything shut down, and we went a year without a Christmas concert, and I had already gotten him used to getting $1,000, $1,200. He was so excited to get that money, and I thought, what am I going to do? So we were shut down, and there were no concerts, and there wasn't nothing in the Christmas of 2020 era. And so I said, well, the lights are up, and everybody drives by anyway, so I would just publicize and see if people would stop by my driveway and give me the money that they would have given me at a concert anyway. And so, in a normal year, our combined grade school, high school donation is in the neighborhood of, I don't know, $1,200. And in that year that we were shut down, we collected almost $2,600 that year out at the end of the driveway. Of course, that was the great thing. And the bad thing was, then you got to live up to that with Bob the next year. So last year was a little less, but it's okay. And this year, I know that it's tough. It's tough for us all. It's tough. You go to the grocery store and you have to pay $6 for a head of lettuce. You decide you don't need lettuce on that taco, so you just eat tacos without lettuce because I don't have $6 for a head of lettuce. So, and then if it went bad, I would cry. So, if part of that head of lettuce went bad in the refrigerator, I'd be crying. I'd be eating slimy lettuce for a week, just trying to make the best out of that $6. So, anyway, we're going to collect. I'm going to send out some of my seniors. They don't even know I'm going to do this. Some seniors go grab some buckets, and they're going to come around, and just anything you can, we greatly appreciate. Bob appreciates more than anyone, and it's our way of saying thank you to the community. And this is something that, once I do retire, we will find ways to continue this, whether it's sitting at the end of my driveway more often because I'll have a lot more time on my hands or whatever, but we'll figure out a way to keep this going. They'll come around with the buckets. If you can drop something in, if you don't have something, that's fine too. Like I said, I know it. Oh yeah, if you forgot to bring cash, if you are a cashless person, I do have Venmo, and people have been Venmoing me money for the collections also. That's at Steve_Colonel, and as soon as you put it into Venmo, it's going to say, are you trying to reach Harry Colonel? And yes, you are, because Harry is my first name. 25 years ago, I would have never admitted that at a concert. Now I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. if for some reason Bucket doesn't make it by you, they'll be laying down here in front of the table, and you can come down and drop something in or whatever. I really, really, really appreciate this. Like I said, near and dear to my heart. People say, "What are you going to do when you retire?" And somehow I'm going to get involved with this program with Bob and work with him, volunteer. I've got lots of things. I mean, if you see my yard at Christmas time, something's always breaking, so it'll be okay. I'll find things to do. But in the meantime, we got a few more years of a whole lot of glue to make happen. So as they're working their way down here, I came clean with band today. I have been writing them hard. I have been telling them how rough it's sounding and how hard this is gonna be, and today I told them, I programmed the toughest Christmas concert ever for tonight. And it was really in a way so that we could force ourselves back into the high performance level that we were leading into all of the craziness that was the COVID era. And so I thought there's no better way than to really just push them to the extremes. And I would much rather push them to their limits and force them to dig down and do something incredible with really tough music, even if it meant there were some mistakes along the way, in order to make us that much better when the spring comes. When will you see the dividends of what I did for Christmas this year? It's all gonna fall out, just leave it alone. There we go. They're all trying to condense it into one bucket, now it's overflowing all over the floor. It's okay. It's okay. So you will see the dividends in the spring when we bring back our contest performances for you to hear. So we're gonna open with, I know, you look at the program and you see Mad Russians. Yeah, it's a TSO transcription. So it is one of the pieces from the Nutcracker that TSO has made famous. And then we will move right through the program. When we finish, there's no more talking from me from here on out. When we finish, please do not just snag your kids and run, because all of this doesn't just magically disappear. We have to tear it down. We have to stack the chairs. We have to get the stands back in the room. The only thing, and they don't know this, the only thing that doesn't need to be taken up are the two really large mallet instruments and the chimes, because we are going to remove the railings tomorrow so that we can go back up an easier set of stairs. You should have seen us coming down the stairs. I closed my eyes as I was carrying it and prayed a lot. So anyway, so we're gonna get things torn down and get everybody out of here. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your support, not just in this year, but in the 28 years that I have been here. And as the 3 more that come, we're gonna do lots and lots and lots of big things, and I'm excited about that. So thanks again for being here.
Promise, no more words. Good night. Thank you.